guys, this is Rena, and today I'm back with another book review. So I'm sure any of you guys who have been staying in tune with all the new videos probably realize that I post a lot of book reviews on the channel from the same guy. Well, I've worked on reviews for a lot of his books and I've really been enjoying them, so I'm so excited to bring you guys another amazing book. This right here, as you can see, is called The Flip, and it also has an IndieFab finalist award. It says Forward's Book of the Year awards, and then also in the beginning of this book as well, and also no copyright infringement intended. This is all Michael's work and I do not own any of it. It just says like some of the different reviews that he has gotten on and some different awards that he's gotten on several of his books, so I did just want to quickly show you guys that. And then here is the back in his bio if this is the first video that you've seen of his. And also it got some other awards as well. This one up here is the finalist award. Sorry guys, I can't read that. The 2015 sorry, I was reading something. 2015 Book of the Year award. That's what that one says. And then this one says Pinnacle Book Achievement Award. So this has a lot of awards, and also just here's his Twitter and his website, and also his Instagram. He follows me on Instagram and I followed him back. His Instagram is just at Michael Philip Cash. So there's this. Now I'm just gonna read you guys. As you probably know if you've been watching on the book reviews, I always write as I read just so that I can tweak it how I want it and then write it up so that I make sure it's the way I want it said. So I'm just going to read you guys like I normally do my book review, and then I might stop here and there to explain things a little bit more since I have more time on video. There's a lot of people, it's really like they don't want to read a really long book review, so I try not to write too much, but I can tell you guys a little bit more since it's just a quick video. So Julie and Brad Evans met at a singles mixer off a dating website and almost instantly fell in love. Not long after, they married on the beach in Dominican Republic. Julie has an office job but also flipped houses with her boss until she met Brad. Now they do it together to bring in some extra cash. So that's why it's called The Flip, because they flip houses. They buy a huge house, which you can see here. And this is not a real house. This is just a creation of his own, a creation of his own imagination is what I was going to say. So they buy a huge house in Cold Springs Harbor and begin cleaning it out. But it's worse than they had originally thought. Julie pleads with Brad to keep the place, which just makes him dislike it even more. He absolutely hates this place, but I guess it's like really bad. There was like a hoarder living there. There's rats, there's tons of trash, so it's so much more work than they thought it was gonna be. So he just absolutely hates the place. As Brad is slowly cleaning away old junk in the house, he experiences some strange events but just shrugs it off as nothing. So paranormal stuff start happening, but at first he's just like, no, I didn't really hear any voices, or that didn't just really move, it's probably because I'm exhausted, or he just sort of shrugs it off as nothing. And after an incident at the office, Julie stalks out of the office and quits her job. So she quits her job. I'm not going to tell you guys what happened because I want to leave some of the book so that you guys can read it and experience it on your own. So things get more aggressive with Brad's unseen house guests, Teresa and Gerald, when he's almost hurt trying to get into the attic. It jumps back to 1862 and explains how Tessa and Gerald met. How Kurt, who is Gerald's brother, I believe, was helping slaves escape to heaven, which is Canada. Thanks to Tessa, their house goes up in flames and they end up having to stay in the Bedlam house, which is the big house that they're flipping. The longer they stay in the house, the crazier things get, and things get pretty crazy. So Julie and Brad's fighting gets worse as time goes on, and they call Sal over to look at some antique stuff that they found in the attic, hoping to sell it to make some extra money. This leaves Tessa very angry, and she lashes out on them. The more time that Julie spends in the house with Brad, the more she falls out of love with it, which is great because Brad hates the house anyways. Tessa continues to lash out until Julie gets, and Julie unfortunately gets the brunt of it, although she does pick on Brad as well, but not as much. And Julie flees from the house in fear and refuses to return until Brad agrees to call the psychic that she's been mentioning, named Georgia Oaken. And if you have read any of Michael's books, Georgia is mentioned in a few of them, at least so far that I've noticed. So Georgia arrives the next day to work her magic, but what? Okay, I was just reading this and I don't know. But anyways, Georgia arrives and she is speaking with the dead, because that's sort of what a psychic medium does, and she's sort of telling them about what's going on in the house and why Tessa is so upset that people are in the house and stuff like that. And that's pretty much the end of the book, so I don't want to tell you guys too much information about what happens after that point, because I want to leave that as a surprise. But of course, if you guys want to find out what happens with these paranormal guests and if Julie and Brad's marriage survives the flip, and if you want to find out if Tessa finds peace, you'll have to read the book. So this was definitely another amazing book by Michael. The characters were pretty well developed, and I love the paranormal aspects. It kept it exciting, and it helped move the story along so that it wasn't too much of just like their marriage and them fighting and stuff like that. So that was nice, and the book definitely held my interest through the whole thing. There were no laggy parts or boring parts for me, but that's just my personal opinion. Anyways, I really love this book, and I hope that you guys who love reading and books will check out Michael Philip Cash. His website is here on the back, as well as his social media. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, and if you do, thanks in advance, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.